So it has come to my attention that the fellas are now starting something where they're saying they're going to be financially celibate, meaning that they're not going to be spending any money on a woman until marriage. Okay, this is my thing. What woman in her right mind can you actually date and not spend no money on her until y'all get married? It's like y'all are saying y'all are upset with women who are becoming celibate and saying, well, since y'all saying that y'all want to wait until marriage, we just ain't gonna spend no money until marriage. A woman who got common sense and is not gonna deal with no scrubby man, that's not gonna work with. More and more, y'all come up with things to make y'all self more lonely. Y'all gonna push the male loneliness epidemic even further with that foolishness. The women are making more money now. We're more independent. We're becoming more financially stable than men. And this is not to bash men or put men down. But y'all saying y'all ain't finna spend money on women no more like that. A lot of y'all already ain't spending money on women now because you don't have it to spend. Like, in all honesty, y'all wanna be lonely. Y'all wanna be in a position where you walking around angry because you can't really get the attention of a woman. And until you do all of the things that a man needs to do, which is provide, protect, and lead, y'all are gonna be constantly having the same issues that y'all are having regarding women. That's it, and that's all.
Until you do everything before marriage that you're supposed to do in marriage, you're gonna be lonely. Listen, I did a video on this recently. It was a different type of conversation to where a woman was saying that she heard another woman saying, I'm not gonna go out on a date with him until he pay at least one of my bills first. This idea of men being reckless with their resources is really just women wanting to be spoiled. Or should I say certain women. Really good women, women who genuinely like you, they're not interested in how much money you can spend. They're not interested. In fact, if you tell a woman that's truly interested in you that you're holding back financially until you know that she's genuinely interested, that you know that you all are going somewhere, she'll be like, oh, that's okay. Because she doesn't want your money. Your money doesn't move her. Your money doesn't make her believe you're the person for her. But when you say these type of things to people who don't have interest in you, but have interest in your money, interest in your resources, interest in you spoiling them, then they're triggered. And I know a lot of times they try to bring up protect and provide and tie it to the Bible. In the Bible, in the Old Testament, if the woman did not agree to be with the man, or the father did not agree to release his daughter to the man who was interested in her, there were no exchanges of gifts. There were no paying for or gifting that family. Sometimes they would give them cattle and gold and silver. That exchange didn't happen. But if she agreed to marry, then the exchange would happen. So it's interesting that they're asking for your resources without you even knowing if they can be your wife. I mean, culturally speaking, we do typically take a woman out on a date, and that date could be going for a smoothie. It could be from going for a smoothie or a coffee to going out to steak dinner. It could be that. Or it can be from going to the library to going to a different country with this woman and, getting to know her. However it happens, what I'm saying is that's how we're taught culturally, but that doesn't mean that that's what has to be done. Just like in the Bible, they were paying the father, giving gifts to the father, because they would be taking workers from the father's house of the woman that would be leaving. So in exchange, they would give, like I said, cattle, gold, silver, just different things in exchange for that wife. But she would be their wife. It wasn't like, oh, I'm going to court her, but while I court her, I'll give you this, 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 and this, and that. No, that's not how it worked. So unfortunately, The plot has been exposed. When women said they were going to be celibate, which I'm cool with, because as a Christian, I'm cool with it. We're supposed to be holding out until marriage anyways. The issue is now that, they're saying that, and men are saying, oh, or should I say some men are saying, I'm just going to be financially celibate. It's like, oh, those two don't go hand in hand. A man's resources say a lot about him, just like a woman's body and how she takes care of her body and how she stewards her body says a lot about her. That's just the way it is. I'm for men being financially celibate. I'm for women being celibate, sexually, from sex. I don't see the big issue here. But she said something that really caught my ear. She said, y'all just gonna be lonely. Y'all just gonna continue to not be able to, have a woman until you can prove before marriage that you can protect and provide. You don't necessarily have to spend money to prove that you can protect and provide. You really don't. That type of stuff can be proven from questions. A woman asking you what you do for work, seeing your life over a span of time, asking you what's your credit score, doing a background check. Where do you live? How do you pay? These are questions that you can ask. You don't need to spend money to prove that you can protect someone and to provide for them. What it would be better for her to say, hey, I'd like to go on some dates, some nice dates. I'd like to go shopping, do some good shopping on your dime. Are you cool with that? And most likely, there's some guys that they may say yes, but most, real men are going to say no. You may find you a simp out there or a man who's willing to trick a little bit on a woman, but for the most part, real men are going to say absolutely not. And I'm not for the tit for tat. Like the whole idea, well, if you're not having sex, then I'm not spending money. I'm not for that. I think both parties should be mindful of their convictions. They should be mindful of how they show up and just do the right thing. Stop trying to leech off people that you have no intentions to marry, and stop trying to take from people that you don't even know that would be a good spouse. It's just that simple. But I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.